Hello and welcome to another video. I'm in Timogue today, which is in County Laois, and what you see behind me there is the remains of a lime kiln, and that's the topic of today's video. And I'm here with Sean Murray from Laois Archaeology, who brought me here actually, and we were just wandering around a bit and we discovered some dressed stones reused in the lime kiln because there used to be a castle here, and of course they recycled everything they could. So there's the lime kiln there. There's a kind of a family connection with lime burning because my grandfather's name is actually Lime Burner, is his last name. So we presume they were in the building industry way back, like 300 years or even more. We'll talk to Sean Murray and maybe he has a few more words to say about lime kilns. And then we're going to go and map this one, and we're going to go and visit a couple more in County Laois around here. And then I'll map those, and then we have them on OpenStreetMap.
Hello, my name is Sean Murray. I'm the chairman of the Laois Heritage Society. We're here today at Timogue here. Timogue. This is a lime kiln here at Timogue. It's probably one of the best preserved ones in County Laois. And as you can see, it's made of limestone blocks, and it has some fired brick arch inside. And these structures were used years ago to make lime wash and to make quick lime as well. They would have been used by farmers to fertilise kind of boggy land. And again, the lime wash would have been used to wash old cottages and as a disinfectant. And again, lime would have been also used in the building trade as well. So you can imagine the top part of it here would have been filled with broken up pieces of limestone, and it would have been fired inside, reaching a temperature of over 900 degrees Celsius. And you can see just down the bottom here, this is where the quick lime would have come from, powdered lime. And again, it had wide ranging uses, even for medicine, agriculture, domestic purposes. This lime kiln most likely dates to the 18th century, and we're just here. This is an 18th century corn mill that was used here, and it was formerly the site of a castle here at Timogue that was in the hands of originally a guy called Benjamin Worsley, who was a surveyor during the Cromwellian period, and then I believe the lands passed into the hands of the Fitzgeralds of Kildare, and then from there to the Byrne family, who were associated with the church across the road called Timogue Church. So it's really a little hidden gem here in County Laois. Timogue lime kiln, a wonderful spectacle here in County Laois.
So these lime kilns were often built on a slope, at least the ones I've seen have a slope behind them or even very close to a quarry, so that there are very short transport ways to get the limestone into the lime kiln. And of course they weren't made of glass. This is just to show you that where the layers were, layers of 15 layers, I think, limestone and coal go into that. And there were no health and safety measures, no barrier around to keep you from falling in. So here we are in Timogue, or Timogue, as some people pronounce it as well. There's the Church of Ireland, and the lime kiln is this one here. I'm just gonna go into edit. And I've added some of the stuff we surveyed yesterday already, so I don't get too distracted because I know myself too well. So this is it here. You can't really see the outline of the building. If you can, or if you have surveyed it and walked around, please use the area up here, the area tool. If you can't see it at all in the satellite view and you only know the rough dimensions or the rough locations, use the point instead. So I have drawn the area. If I hadn't drawn it properly square, because it's very difficult to do in the ID editor, and it ends up looking like this, you could just press your Q key on your keyboard and that'll make it into a perfect square. And then you just go in here, it's tagged as building ruins, and the more important tag is historic lime kiln, and it comes up there. What you can't do, unfortunately, for some reason, maybe there aren't enough maps, I presume that is the reason, and you just have your area drawn, and you are typing in lime kiln, it won't come up. So you can't use that yet. It might get to that point at some point. So historic lime kiln, and then I'll add source survey, because that's what we did, and then also survey date, which was yesterday, 2021/07/31. And you could also add the material, of course, which would be limestone. And you might be wondering, I was lying awake last night thinking, how does the limestone that the lime kiln is built of not burn and turn into quicklime? There is a special kind of limestone that's called freestone, and that doesn't burn. I haven't read up properly on it, as usual. But the Freestone Hill in Kilkenny is called that because it is made of that kind of a stone. We just look it up on Wikipedia so we don't die completely ignorant. Maybe there isn't a Wikipedia article. This is not the explanation I'm looking for. Maybe there isn't a Wikipedia article about it. I read it, I think I read it in an article in the Old Kilkenny Review 1994 by Dorcas Bird-Thistle about a lime kiln in Kilkenny along the old Sion Road. I'll link it below if it has the solution in it, because, as usual, not prepared properly. Back to the map. So I'll use limestone as the material, and there's also, of course, brick. So limestone semicolon brick, which you could see in the arch, and that's really all. If you have a date for it, if you know for some reason if there are records for it, when it was built and when it was taken out of commission, you can add start _ date, and the same with end _ date, but I don't know that for this one. So that's all I could do. I could, if I had measured the height, which we didn't, I could add the height as well, and that would be useful for the 3D maps, which I haven't talked about yet because my internet's too slow to show you. I will one day. Okay, I'll save this now and then go to the other one that we discovered. We only found the two, unfortunately. Added tags for lime kiln. Source survey. The other one that we found is actually a double lime kiln, and it's in the townland of Guileen. I presume that's how you pronounce it. And it still had the quarry in the background, which is disused. And I've mapped them already, so there's the extent roughly of the quarry. And there was a track leading up, quite steep, as I said. They just quarried the limestone there, and they didn't have to climb any ladders or anything, and it was covered up on top so people wouldn't fall in, because you wouldn't want to fall into a lime kiln even when there's no fire on. And it's the double lime kiln. I'll show you a picture there. And so I've added the same tags as before, similar: building ruins, historic lime kiln, survey and survey date, and then in the description I put down double lime kiln, just in case somebody is interested in that. And that's all there is to say. The quarry is disused. It looked very disused, so I used this tag disused equals yes for it. And we'll run an overpass-turbo query now to see how many there are in County Laois. Overpass-turbo is used to make data that is on OpenStreetMap visible that you can't see, because when you went into, of course now I can't find it again quickly, it just looks like a building. You can't even see that it's a ruin on this type of layer. But if you want to show all the lime kilns in County Laois, you can harvest the data from OpenStreetMap with overpass-turbo, and you just use the wizard and you type in historic equals lime kiln. And here you see why it is very important not to use the name tag and just use name equals lime kiln, because that would be very confusing. You could also have a pub called lime kiln, I don't know, maybe. And then you would be shown those, and they're not actually lime kilns. So historic lime kiln in, and then in quotes, County Laois, and build and run query. There they are. There are the two that I added, because nobody else has added any lime kilns. There is a wikidata identifier for lime kiln even, here, Q59772. Not that you have to learn that by heart. I'm just gonna add that to one of them. So I have these two results here. I can click on either of them and it shows me that it's defined as a way. And when I click on that link, it'll open openstreetmap.org and highlight the part that I've just clicked on. And you see all the tags here that I put in earlier. And I can click on edit and add the wikidata. Identifier wikidata. And I just paste what I copied of wikidata there. And it doesn't change anything in the appearance. I'll just save that. Added wikidata identifier. And I can do that with the other one as well. Just click on the node here, which is actually probably not a node. Just looks like one because I'm not zoomed in enough. And click on the link, and again it opens OpenStreetMap, and I can click edit wikidata and paste that as well. And give my change that comment and upload. And so there are two mapped in County Laois so far. Let's see how many there are in Kilkenny. I just changed the name of the county in the geocode area line here. This is only a comment line, I don't need to change it in this one. And then run this query. And because I'm still zoomed in on Laois, won't show me County Kilkenny, but you can click on the little looking glass there and it'll bring you to County Kilkenny, and you see there are a couple of dots there. If you don't want to count them, you can look down here and it says 21. So there are 21 mapped in Kilkenny, County Kilkenny. There are way more out there, they're just not mapped yet. And if I wanted to check how many there are mapped in the whole of Ireland, I'll just change the geocode area to Ireland and run this again. There are 55. I zoom out now. So there are 2 in Galway. 1 is on the university campus. Don't know why. That's still in use. This one down here, I've actually seen that one when we were mapping the Wild Atlantic Way. It's in... can't remember where it is, but there is actually a lime kiln path leading down from the car park to it. And somebody added a nice description. A coastal lime kiln right on the seashore. Quarried lime was brought up the inlet on boats to be burnt here. I probably have a picture of it somewhere. And that's one in Cork, and then there is another one in Waterford. But there are way more to map, so that could keep you busy for quite a while. Please go and map some lime kilns. They're not the most important things to map, but if you have an interest in the industrial history of Ireland and in limestones, it'd be something nice to do. And everything you add to the map makes it better if you do it right. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you haven't subscribed, please do like and subscribe. Tell your friends. And there's also the Facebook page that you can follow. And thank you very much for all the subscribers I have so far and all the followers on Facebook. And I'll see you in the next video. Slán!